Hey guys, so I am here to tell you a story about my stalker, Sexy Chocolate. That is what we are going to call him because that is what he called himself. So I'm just gonna hop right into this story. This was my freshman year of college, my first semester in. And you know, like when you're a freshman, your first semester, you're just trying to meet new people, make new friends, especially myself because I went to a school in a whole other state. So I needed to meet people. I was not trying to be lonely. By this time I have made a good amount of friends some good friends. I have made some good friends by this time. One day, one of my friends had asked me if I wanted to go up to this guy's room to go hang out. I said sure, because I said sure. I lived in a freshman dorm that was actually 12 stories high. And so I stayed on the 4th floor and this guy stayed on the 10th floor. I think my friend stayed on the 8th floor. I don't quite remember, but we went up to his room and I met him. I'm not gonna say his name, but we gonna call him Sexy Chocolate. I met Sexy Chocolate and I mean, the three of us, we hit it off. He was really cool. I was glad that I went up there and we met. We had actually watched Avatar and I was sitting on his bed and we were watching this movie and I passed out. Y'all know how long Avatar is. That movie is mad long. I love it. It actually took me like 5 tries to get through the whole movie. It's a good movie, but it's long. I fell asleep through it and I was on his bed. I don't even remember falling asleep. And I woke up at the end of the movie and I was like, dang, I fell asleep. Oh yeah, prior to this, I had gotten his number because we were talking about how we're gonna hang out more because I thought he was so cool. But I woke up and I was like, oh shoot, dang, I don't even remember falling asleep. I missed the whole movie. He was like, it's cool. I don't even remember if my friend was still in there. I was like, I need to go because it was late. But he was like, you could stay if you want. You could spend the night. I just met you. I'm not finna stay the night in your dorm room. You good on that. I was like, it's okay. I'm gonna just go back to my room. So I left and went back to my room. After this, he would text me nonstop, try and hang out all the time. And I was just starting to get very, very annoyed. He would just pop up at my door at random. I had planned on hanging out with him again, but I was busy. Like, I had classes, I had work, I had dance practice because I was on the dance team at my school. I mean, when I had the time, I was going to give it to him, but I didn't have the time when he was trying to find the time. But one day, we had these whiteboards on our door, so if anybody wanted to leave us notes, they could leave them. I remember we had some friends that written notes on our doors and on our whiteboard, and so I wanted to leave it up because I really, really liked what was on there. He erased the mess off my whiteboard. I still have the picture of the note he wrote me on that whiteboard to this day. And it says, Erin, it's been 2 days and I haven't seen you and you never text me. Stop by the 10th floor or give me a text. Shake my head. I actually walked all the way down here and you ain't even here. I think, LOL, I ain't knock. Sincerely, his initials, aka Sexy Chocolate. And then he writes cold black and draws this weird picture and says this message is urgent. And it just started to get creepy and I told my roommate, if this boy ever comes to this room, do not let him in. Do not. She told me she wouldn't let him in, so I said, thank you girl, I love you, you the best. But now, there's this day I was taking a nap and I was exhausted because I had just came from classes and work, and then I was trying to get a nap in before practice. And so then there's knocking at the door. It was like light knocking. So my roommate gets up to get it. I go back to sleep. Then all of a sudden somebody walks in and starts shaking me. And I'm like, who is this? Like, why are you trying to wake me up out of my nap? Like, come on. I look up and it's Sexy Chocolate sitting over me talking about something. I haven't seen you in a while. Let's go hang out. Come on. And I look at him like, I'm asleep. Why are you waking me up? He was like, oh, I'm sorry. I let you a note. Did you get it? Yes, I got the note. I told him, I was like, I can't hang out right now. I was like, I'm tired. I need to get some sleep before I go to practice. He was like, oh, it's cool. I'll hit you up later. And so he leaves. I look at my roommate like, girl, I told you not to answer the door for him. And she was like, I'm so sorry. I did tell the girl that had introduced us, I was like, that boy's a stalker. I was like, he will not leave me alone. He's always coming downstairs, knocking on my door. Like, he'd come a couple times a day just knocking. And I wouldn't have mind hanging out with him. It wasn't that I didn't want to, but it was just because of how pushy he was and how much he would text me and stuff and just keep coming down to my door, you know? So I was like, that's a little too much. And so I guess my friend that we had met, she talked to him about it and told her that he was a stalker. I didn't care because I did think he was a stalker. So she told him she was, I don't know her exact words, but she probably was just like, yeah, she thinks you was a stalker. And I found this funny because I saw him updating his timeline when I got on Facebook, and I see these messages. One of them says, after he found out that I had called him a stalker, people are fake. And then after that, you the girl that I just SMH at now. And then right after that, about to delete the fake people out the book. And y'all, I'm telling you, just like that, right after I read that status that he wrote on Facebook, we weren't friends anymore. And I knew that fool was talking about me. And I was cracking up. I remember I went and got my friend Sharon and was like, look at what this fool wrote. Like, I mean, after that, he left me alone. When I would see him around campus or around the dorm, he would legit look at me and then walk away. My friendship with him probably lasted not even 2 weeks. Like, it was really quick. Don't be a stalker and then you can keep friends. It's not hard. Don't write creepy notes on people's doors. That's what got me. After that note talking about some, I don't know, I didn't knock, makes me feel like he was probably just standing outside my door like like so crazy, but I don't know, y'all. He was a stalker. I don't care what he said. I don't care what nobody say. That boy was a stalker.